What is going on, Libra? It's Chris Anthony coming at you guys live and direct, and this is going to be your general reading for the month of September. We're hopping into your cards, seeing what clarity we can bring out for you guys. I did owe you a reading for August, the mid-month check-in for August that I did not get around to doing for you, Libra. So sorry about the wait on that. That's why you guys are at the front of the line when it comes down to your September reading, because I forgot to, well, I didn't forget, but it was a busy time in August. All right, Libra. So yeah, forgive me for that one. But we're going to shuffle for you and then hop right into your message and see what's going on. Hopefully you're having a good day or night out there whenever you're watching the video. Staying safe. Let's see what the universe has for you guys. Let's shuffle. I'll pull out 3 cards just to start with, Libra, and then we will move into your message and I'll pull out more for you. All right, first one out was the Knight of Pentacles. So let's see what else. Who else just had it in their reading? I did a reading for Sagittarius, and Sagittarius had the Knight of Pentacles. So you guys may have some crossover energy with them. All right, second one out is the Queen of Cups. Oh, and these two wanted to jump out. So let's do that for starters. We have the King or the Knight of Pentacles with the Queen of Cups and the Five of Wands and Knight of Cups. So that's interesting. All right, so starting off, Knight of Pentacle energy. This definitely could be a month for you, Libra, where you're starting to see a work in progress is what I feel. It's like you could be in a place where you have been pushing towards a goal, pushing towards some sort of outcome, pushing towards an accomplishment or possibly a shift in your life. And the Knight of Pentacles shows that you're getting there slow and steady. It's like continue on your path, continue doing what you're doing, continue heading in the same direction, because it is going to pay off. This is talking about growth that comes from consistency, growth that comes from being disciplined, right? This is a natural progression. So something here in your life could be progressing, Libra, growing, and it's kind of like, this is what I'm getting. It's almost like one of those things where people that work out at the gym, right? And it's like, if you work out at the gym every day or whatever, how many times you work out every week, but every time you go every day and you look in the mirror and you keep seeing yourself in the mirror, some people can't really recognize their gains and really can't recognize their growth when they're constantly looking at, the growth. So it's something along the lines here where, Libra, you could have something that's growing, but because you're looking at it directly, because you're seeing it every day, you don't recognize the growth, right? So it's something that's kind of growing right in front of your eyes or growing right beneath your nose is what I feel here, but you're not able to see the forest because of the trees, right? You're standing too close to the trees is what I feel. So something has grown a lot more than you think is what I feel, Libra. And this could definitely be something that's material for you. If it's not that, then it's just something that you've been working on and you've been kind of hammering away at, trying to pave the way into some sort of fruits of your labor. And some of you Libras could be at a point where you're kind of maybe feeling despondent or feeling kind of down because you're not seeing the growth, or you're not seeing as much growth as you want to see. Maybe something is moving a lot slower than you thought that it would. But I do feel like this thing is growing for you. This thing is progressing. It's just you can't really see it because it's right in front of your face. Right? It's almost like a transformation that occurs with somebody that you know. Let's say if you see the same person every day. Let's say if you're in a couple with somebody, or you're in a couple and you see this person every single day, so you're not able to recognize the amount of transformation that they're going through. But other people that haven't seen them in months or years, they'll come around and be like, wait a minute, like you've changed, like, you lost weight, or you gained weight, or you look better, or your skin looks better. It's like one of those things is what I feel. Some sort of growth is happening, but you can't really see it. All right. Or there's something that's progressing and building up, but it's happening at a slower pace. So Coming out next, we have the Queen of Cups energy. This could be somebody that you're dealing with in the month of September, Libra. This could be somebody that's in your space or in your energy, possibly, or this could just be your energy that you're taking on. And this has nothing. Sorry that I can't talk. This has nothing to do. It's been a long day, Libra. This hasn't anything to do with gender, right? So, but if you're taking on the Queen of Cups energy, this is talking about your sensitivity to your emotions or your emotional fulfillment. Okay, because the Queen of Cups needs to have emotional fulfillment in order to feel satisfied in life. So in the month of September, you guys could be focused on some sort of emotional fulfillment. It's like that could be an area of focus for you. Maybe the slow growth could have something to do with emotional fulfillment. If you guys are dating somebody or talking with somebody, you could be the one that is focusing on the growth of the emotional connection of whatever is going on here. It's like maybe this relationship or this connection that you're in is moving very slowly and you're wondering if it's ever going to pick up the pace. You're wondering if it's something that you need to hold on to if you need to continue to invest in, because maybe the growth is happening so slow that it's no longer being emotionally fulfilling to you. And this could be taking place within anything, a relationship, a job, a career, a project, a business. But I feel that you are going to get some fulfillment that comes out of this, Libra, but it's one of those things where you're really just not recognizing it, and so you may have to take a step back and look at things from a different point of view in the month of September to realize exactly what's happening, because I see something that's definitely growing, and I also see something that's happening like right underneath your nose here that you just are not privy to. You haven't recognized yet. You haven't realized it yet, but it's actually growing. You're just standing too close to see it. So if you feel like you're not getting emotional fulfillment out of something that you've been putting a lot of your energy into, you know, it's a need for you to just change the way that you're looking at this, to change your perception. All right. Because once again, you guys have the Knight of Cups energy. And this Knight of Cups is about, chasing emotional fulfillment, moving into different areas that, fulfills this need for having that emotional, fulfillment. Not saying that you guys are needy and anything like that, but it's like, I do feel that you're on a search, you're on a quest, you're on a journey looking for something that is fulfilling you emotionally. And this could definitely be attached to what it is that you're trying to build, or your goals or your accomplishments. The things that you're chasing or going after has everything to do with how you feel emotionally. Because the thing that is motivating you is this Queen of Cups energy, right? So there may be a need for balance in the month of September is what I'm picking up, because the Queen of Cups can be an energy to where if she's not feeling emotionally fulfilled, then it's almost like it knocks her out of operation. She's not like the Queen of Swords, where the Queen of Swords does not need any emotional fulfillment to get the job done. She's focused on the groundwork. She's focused on, the reality of the situation. But the Queen of Cups is more so focused on, how does it feel? Does this feel good? And you may be building something, Libra, that maybe is in a phase where it's not really feeling that good. You may be working towards something that's in a phase where you're not getting the emotional fulfillment out of it, but it doesn't mean that it's not growing. It doesn't mean that it's not transforming, that this thing is not progressing. Okay. So you guys may definitely possibly be in a place of the Five of Swords energy in the month of September, where you're thinking about possibly walking away from something. You're thinking about the worth and the value of this thing that you've been working on. And because maybe you're not feeling the emotional fulfillment in it, you could be thinking about dropping your swords, dropping your hammer, dropping, all of the work that you've been investing into this, and just walking away from it with the Five of Swords. But I don't really feel like that's the thing for you to do for some reason, Libra. Let's move more so into the rest of your cards and see what else is happening. I feel that this could be something that's kind of like premature, Libra, if you're kind of like wanting to walk away from something because it's in a patch, a dry patch. And that's what I feel like this is, because we have the Knight of Pentacles energy. The Knight of Pentacles is very slow moving. All right, so let's get one more card and then we'll go into this next chapter. If one comes out for you guys. The Magician came out already, so I just want to get one more. Yeah. So exactly. The Magician and the Chariot came out. Let's talk about the Magician first. I feel like this thing that you're thinking about possibly walking away from is a work in progress, but it is something that's a part of a manifestation that you have kind of bought into this reality. And I feel that there's something about September, and you know what? This really matches the message that I gave to Virgo. In their reading, I was talking about how a lot of times when we're manifesting things, it looks one way in our vision, in our mind, in our imagination, but then it shows up a different way in the 3D reality that we live in, because you have to add the material aspect to it. You have to add the dense energy to it, whenever it's coming into the tangible world. So a lot of times the things that we want to manifest, once they get into a reality, they don't look as dreamy as they did when we envisioned it. They don't look as beautiful. They don't look as attractive. And so I feel like whatever this thing is that could be in a dry patch for you right now is something that's a part of your manifestation, but it's going through the phases of manifestation. It's going through the phases of coming into fruition, right? Whenever you plant a seed, you have to wait until that seed grows. And then when the seed starts to poke above the surface and bloom, you still have to wait until it blooms high enough. And then the leaves open up and then it starts to bear fruit. So it's a process to it. And this Magician energy is talking about working with what you already have, looking at something that you have that's going for yourself already. And though there may be a dry patch, though it may be something that's moving along slowly, and possibly it could be a thing that's not bringing emotional fulfillment as of right now, that does not mean it's going to stay in that place. This thing is continuing to grow. This thing is continuing to bloom. And it's going to be a season that something that you're working on right now is going to look a lot more beautiful than it is right now. It could be in its ugly duckling phase is what I feel. Whether this is a job, a career, a relationship, a business, it could be in that phase where it's just like in a dry patch a little bit. But that doesn't mean that it's not going to turn into the manifestation that you've been trying to work out. So continue to envision this thing the way that you saw it in your mind before it manifested into this reality. But the good thing is that you have the ball rolling on something, is what I feel. And pretty soon here, you guys are going to be experiencing this Chariot energy. And this may be something that starts to happen in the second half of September, is what I'm feeling, where the pace is starting to speed up. So I feel that, Libra, you could be in a point where, that saying that they always talk about the person that was digging for gold, and it's like a meme, and they show it a lot of times all over the internet, and this person gives up right before they're about to strike gold, right before they're about to break into their treasure, and they turn around, right? And somebody else can come along and take that whole jackpot that you were about to get. So I feel like you should continue to drive at something, Libra, that you've been working on, even though it feels like it's not paying off, even though it looks like it's not growing, because you're about to strike gold, is what I feel here. And I recently found out that that meme that's been going around the internet is actually a true story. And it's represented by a guy that was digging for gold back during the times of the gold rush. And he went out west and he borrowed money from a lot of his family members and bought a machine that started to dig for gold. But he did this for a very long time and didn't see any progress. He never struck gold. So he decided to give up on it. And he sold his machine to somebody else. So the person that he sold the machine to ended up within a couple of weeks striking gold. And it was some of the, biggest amounts of golds that was ever seen in the gold rush. And now the crazy part is the person that sold him the machine that gave up on the journey, they said that it was their deepest life lesson that they ever learned in life. And that person went on to own one of the biggest insurance companies, or he was the biggest insurance salesman or something along that lines. And he still ended up being wealthy and rich, but that taught him a major lesson, not to give up, because right when you give up may be the moment in time when you're about to strike. And I feel like that's what's happening with you guys, Libra. Something here is about to start moving a lot quicker. Something here is about to bloom. You're about to start seeing the fruits of your labor, but it always gets the darkest and the dimmest before the light is about to come, right? Before daytime. The storm always gets crazier before it's about to end. And so if you guys are dealing with that this month, Libra, I would say stay the course. I would say stay committed to whatever it is that you're investing your time and energy into, because the momentum is coming in. The chariot is coming in. The inspiration from the universe, right, is going to strike you, and things are starting to pick up. Opportunities are starting to open up, right? In whatever it is that you're working on. So I like that energy, right? Work with whatever it is that you have as the magician. The magician can turn lead into gold. They can turn a dry situation into a situation that is full of, emotional fulfillment. So it's all about your perception. One of the biggest things that I feel like the magician is able to do is work with alchemy and transmute energy. So he doesn't look at the piece of lead as a piece of lead. He sees the things in it, the qualities in it that will help him turn it into gold, right? He looks at the brighter side of things. And this is what you guys are having to do. Look at the qualities that you're working with and see what it is you can do about this environment that maybe doesn't look like much, but you could turn it into gold. Okay? Alchemical energy right here. Transmutation. You can transcend whatever is happening or you feel is moving slowly, okay? And that's what I feel like is happening for you guys in September. Something is transcending. Something is starting to move, but at first it looks like you're going to be tested whether you should give up on this or not. So let's get some more energy and see what's going on. We're going deep for Libra. Let's see. Yep. Four of Cups comes out. 10 of Pentacles come out. Let's do one more. Yeah, and you have the Page of Swords. So Four of Cups energy is a very interesting energy, right? It's talking about that dry patch once again. Okay, it's talking about being in a place where things are boring, things are not exciting, things are not glamorous. There's no color. It's just like mundane, going through the everyday routine, no excitement in your world. And this may be how everything looks, especially when it pertains to whatever this thing is that you're trying to develop or build for yourself or push forward. This could just be your life in general. It seems kind of boring, maybe. It's like nothing is happening. There's nothing that's bringing excitement. I'm doing the same thing every day, and it looks like nothing is paying off. This is the epitome of not having emotional fulfillment with the Four of Cups. But you're digging for emotional fulfillment is what I feel. You're on the path to 10 of Pentacles. Libra, it's like you're about to tap into a lot of abundance. All right? A lot of prosperity is coming your way in more ways than one. Excuse me. This definitely could be having to do with your finances, with your material world, and and some growth is going to be coming in due to something that looks kind of boring that you're doing every day or you're doing on a consistent basis, and it's like, okay, this is just the most boring type of work that I'm ever doing. It's like that type of energy, but it's also connected to something that you have been trying to manifest for a while. And this is what going back to what I was talking about with Virgo, it's like a lot of times we romanticize or we turn something into an idea when we're envisioning it or trying to manifest it. In our mind, it looks a lot more beautiful. But when it comes down to doing the day-to-day work and the things that it takes to maintain this or to create this, it looks more like the Four of Cups. Boring, nothing going on, not much going on. And you know what? Let me show you guys what the Four of Cups looks like in the Rider-Waite deck, because this is needed. I think that they give a better illustration to the Four of Cups in this deck. I love this deck. This is my first deck. But as you can see, and I'll focus in on the card, right? This is somebody that is bored, but there is an opportunity right in front of them. There is something that's happening, that's coming in, that's manifesting right in front of them, but they've grown bored sitting down by this tree and watching these three cups and working with these three cups. And it's like they've grown bored with the three cups, but their attention is so much on the boredom of the three cups that they don't see the opportunity that's coming in right in front of their eyes, right? The fourth one. And so you guys run the risk, I feel, in the month of September of, not seeing an opportunity that's coming in because you're bored with the environment in which it comes in through. Okay? So that's something deep. This is what I feel. It's like, let me go back to the card. This person is bored with their environment. It's like they don't want to be there. They're tired of sitting under the tree. They would rather be somewhere that maybe is a little more comfortable. Maybe it's hot outside, right? I don't know. Or maybe there's just no one there with them in order to give them some sort of company. So they're getting bored with the routine that it takes to, let's just say, maintain these three of cups, keep them standing. Maybe that's this person's job. But inside of this boredom, inside of this environment, something, a gift, a treasure is coming out. And some people usually miss this because they get caught up with, the emotional fulfillment part of it. So I don't know. For some reason, that's just really sticking out for your energy. Let's see what else is going on. I saw another card pop out for you guys. Oh, it's the Ten of Pentacles. The other one that came out was the Knight of Swords, right? Knight of Swords energy could kind of be impulsive, and I feel like this really matches that Five of Wands energy, the temptation to walk away from something, to give up on something because you think it's not going to bear you any fruits. It's like, should this be something that I walk away from? Am I just totally done with this? Is this era of my life over? And I'm not going to see any growth from out of this, even though I put in so much time and work and energy into it. But I feel the answer is no. Like you're going to get some fruits that are going to come through for you, but you don't want to do anything impulsive in the month of September, especially when it comes down to ending something or stopping to do something that you've been very consistent with before because you don't see any emotional fulfillment in it. That would be impulsive. And that's what the Page of Swords kind of represents. A very immature energy that, doesn't really like recognize what patience and perseverance can get you. And so the strategy here, because the Page of Swords is all about strategy too, the strategy for you guys in September seems like it's going to be all about patience. and doing the right thing, you know, in the right moment, instead of walking away from something when you're about to strike gold. That's what I'm picking up for you guys. So let's see. We'll get a little bit more in your message. I don't know where we are at the where we're at with the time, because I can't see the time on my screen, but I feel like there's more here for you, Libra. So let's that wanted to pop out. What else do we have for Libra universe? Anything else? Okay, so both of those wanted to pop out. Let's see. We have the Nine of Cups here. We have the Six of Pentacles. Yes. So look, Libra, you're going to get emotional fulfillment. Your wish is going to come in, right? It's like you're going to get this wish fulfillment here. But it's taking a little bit of patience here. And I feel that the fear for you guys with whatever this is that you're working on is that you're going to give all of this energy, this time, and invest so much of your, you know, yourself into whatever this is, but you're not going to get the reciprocity. You're not going to get the payback for it. But the cards are saying different. You have the Justice card, which is all about reciprocity, which is all about payback and karmic rewards, which means you get paid for your labor. You get paid for your work. So justice is definitely going to be yours. The scales are going to be balanced, Libra, right? You guys deal with the scales a lot. So, of course, you're all about maintaining balance. And I could see why you're almost thinking about walking away from something here, because you don't see the reciprocity in it. You don't see the equal give and take. And Libra needs that equal give and take in order to maintain balance. But the equal give and take is coming, okay? In the form of emotional fulfillment, or this equal give and take is going to give you emotional fulfillment. But the Six of Pentacles is definitely coming in, is what I feel. Like what you have given, what you have sown, what you have worked for, the time and energy that you have invested into whatever this is going to come back to you. The growth is sitting right beneath you, right? Just like we were talking about with this Knight of Pentacles. It's right under your nose. You're closer to this than you really think. With whatever thing that you're trying to accomplish or manifest, it's a lot closer than you think, right? It's right under you. So don't stop digging for that gold, because you're about to strike, Libra. I think that is your message. Like, you guys are about to strike some sort of gold here. Ten of Pentacles energy. Especially if you're one of the Libras that are like here grinding it out, pushing yourself, doing the work in whatever this is, whatever area of life this is for you. I think it's definitely going to pay off. Okay, so I feel like that is your message. I don't want to keep repeating it over and over again. So let's pull some fairy cards here, and then we'll wrap up your reading. Hopefully you guys have been resonating with the message so far. Let's see what's happening in the fairy world for you guys. Let's pull this one out. You guys have the Eight of Spring. It looks a little something like that. I'll show you. Let me clear it up. Nice looking card. And this is Eight of Pentacle card. So it says stress that comes from having many things happening at once. Successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. Yeah. So some of you guys could possibly be stressed out because you're doing a lot. You're investing a lot of time and energy, and you're like, if I don't see the growth this month, I'm walking away from this. Or you could already be at that point where you're like, I'm really about to just, lighten my load up and walk away from this thing that I really wanted to make happen, but it's just not happening. So maybe I need to just leave. But it's actually going to happen. The eight of spring energy, or Eight of Pentacle energy, is talking about something that turns into a success because you stay consistent at it, and the Eight of Pentacles very quickly turn into the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. So, Libra, that is my message for you for this month. If that resonated with you, you can like, share, subscribe, comment on the channel. You guys can also check out my IG if you're brand new to the channel at chrisanthony14lbs, Chris Anthony 14 pounds. If you guys are looking to book a personal reading with me, you can book that in the description of the video. It'll have all the details and we'll go from there. All right. So thank you guys again for tuning in. I will see you for the mid-month reading. Yeah, mid-month. So stay safe until then. Later.